we can really use this types of heroes with the West. But the thing is, there's also the question of the team play of how they would come and execute this properly. But without further ado, Nomad, this is our third series, game number 1 between Sunsparks and Bren Esports.
And it's going to be crucial to see how Bren Esports would actually capitalize on few on that Gushin, actually. A bit of an early invade here on the side of Bren Esports. Sunsparks will be disengaging. Instead, they're gonna. I think Bren Esports is gonna try to funnel as much money as they can to few. I guess that is the game plan here.
Most likely, because it could be few or it could be the last stop. But the thing is, it's kind of evident that the economy is going to be divided for sure. And now we are seeing some aggression, some sparks are coming onto the top side, 4 people there, and the last resource tower dive back away. It's safety. But again, let's see. Look at these rallies going through. Easy with the low breaker has a health as the lane goes for the first one. Will he get lasty though? Let's see. Rebo will be forced to stay. Watch it, or won't be able to catch him. It goes to Ringo for
This is a very interesting fight. As I say that, the fight is continuing. Nice ejection under turret. Rachel will almost takes out Reflacia there. That is going to be agreed falling down. But the HPs of both Sunsparks and Bren Esports this earlier on is low. Like they're not as tanky as they wanted to be because they don't have as much items yet.
Yes.
But moving in, yeah.
But still, it was still an advantageous support for Sunsparks here. Really, knowing how to gain control of that top side right there with the number of people that they had.
And speaking of numbers, is there a big number here over the top side just to secure few? I guess that would be converted into a turn push unless Lassie decides to use Force of Nature on this, but I don't think he's going to last any longer because that is a 4-man pressure here from Sunspark, securing the kill and eventually securing that turret push as soon as the minion wave comes in.
Yes, so far I like how Sunsparks here is really grouping up or clumping up together and going for these 1-2-1 pickoffs right here onto the top and to the middle side of our lanes. It gives them the economy that they need, and at the same time it kind of shackles the initial strategy of Bren Esports. But again, even though Sunsparks has this quite evident amount of lead, you still really can't neglect them out just yet. Because come the late game, I think Bren Esports can still push this through. But how can they though? If Soko here is going to be guarded with the Guardian's Barrier, Liddy will be going in and goes for that kill. But the exchange is going to be real while Few tries to go for JP, but manages to shift into a different target instead. And I think Falling Star Moon will be immobilizing Few. Let's see if Bren Esports can still catch up through. And let's see, look at that, below HP cost. LCJ foresees the flicker at the highest to go for the cleanup. Reflecia, low on health. Contra will be taking that kill, and this is get over. The face is done. Will JP and the others get him? Rebo will be using this flare away, but the last insanity used to pop him up and go for that cornering, and finally, Ling goes for the kill.
And this is how Sunsparks is slowly winning this. JP is sitting at 5-0 with a bounty hunter on that Ling. And JP has been showing a masterful work here as the Ling. But nice attempt there with the Thorn Rose to try to steal a turtle. But I think Coco is the next one to go down. The Reflecia pops out the glorious pathway in order to chase the Rangers here with Carlteasy. Carlteasy almost takes down JP. And Carlteasy just one more auto attack, and that would have been it from him if only Greedy was in range. But that's going to be the kill secure. Rebo will be using that Divine Judgment to secure the kill on Greed. But as I was saying, JP was just really showing how masterful he is on that Ling. But at the same time, Carlteasy on that Lancelot, you really don't want to discount them with that fact that he's just a micro god, Carlteasy.
Yes, indeed. And did you see how beautifully Greed protected the Ling there? Because if not, that would be a good trade-off for the side of Bren Esports. And that was a close call for the side of Sunsparks. But then again, going back here, we are now starting to see a little bit of, the advantages ahead for the side of Sunsparks. And then another pick-off is going to come through. Looks like this this is like no break for the side of skirmish of fight right here, as Coco will be quartered by Pizza and Kilowatt. Let's see if they will get a trade-off for themselves. Quartered again by the Sling right to go for that cleanup and forcing Red Esports to go for the tower dive. Let's Guardian's Barrier will be used for this engagement. This is a good discipline for the side of Red Esports.
Man, JP just came in at the last second just to finish off the job. That's how Ling should be doing things. And 10 and 4, 6,000 gold in here for Sunsparks. They're really making sure that Bren Esports does not have any room to breathe here. And I think they are going to try to steal this buff from Bren Esports. But that is going to be a complete disengage. They might just focus on the turtle this time around.
And then again, objective-wise, Sunsparks do know how to go for their objectives are really swell in terms of they know how to shove away the members of Red Esports. And even though that Red is trying to assess or contest, like this one rather, you know how the retribution is really timely placed by JP right here. The last time he will be hitting down Coco once again and will be having that pick off. And so far, this is getting a bit speaking of dangerous right here, looks like the members of Red Esports will be forced to back away, and Lancelot will be going for that shutdown on the Ling. A nice trade-off here, but let's see. Kilowatt with 3 people going up against him, and Lancelot might be taking kill, but no, I think it was actually in the hands of the Toms right there.
That was a good kill though. But didn't want to give the kill to Carl Teasy, so might as well just give it to Lassie, right?
Yeah.
So he just went straight for the turret and just immediately, I'm gonna die anyway. Might as well not give Carl Teasy any chance to bounce back to this game. Speaking of bounce back, Bren Esports, they are gonna try to bounce back here on this fight. They're catching Reflecia here on that high loss. Not really much that they can do because Hylos is one tanky hero. Greed though, no Firaga armor available. Will be going for the fire missiles. Not a lot in the tank here for Sunsparks. HPs are dangerously low. JP gonna try to secure this buff in order for him to rejoin the fight. Falling Star Moon just to try to catch up onto Few there. And this is going to be a complete disengage from Bren Esports.
That was a pretty risky fight for both sides of the team, honestly. It was really a tight place where you could, really start it. And so far, it's a close call, specifically for Bren Esports, because at this point, I think this is the part where they have to start really compensating themselves for the losses that they have during the first 7 minutes of the game. Because if they let Sunsparks really scale all throughout this game and let the Ling really, get fed up, I think this is gonna be a more transitioning into a one-sided game.
Oh, and that's a good solo kill there on the Few. Few hasn't been very effective with that Gushin. And Gushin, Few is actually rolling with Impure Rage as his emblem. But as I say that, Coco in a bit of a tight spot. It's a 2v1. I believe this turret is going to be enough to save him from the eventual death.
Close call too, because the Ling wasn't there in the vicinity for that cleanup. But then again, Sunsparks here, I think they're just really protecting this area here from Santa Circle so that they could get the objectives once again. And Bren really knows that they might be going for this transition and attempt to get there. But they really cannot afford casualties at this point. But this leaves a huge amount of space for Sunsparks to really go and snag all of those resources for them. And this, I think, what Bren needs to do right here, Nomad, is to really pin down, at least get the players of Sunsparks here one by one, and try to avoid really uncalled for team fight.
I agree. Bren Esports has a lot of catches with them. They got Lusty, just go for the wild charge, will be able to catch anybody off, will be able to knock multiple people off guard, and Rebo will be able to just go for a divine judgment and try to catch KLVZ or JP, and that's something that Sunsparks is completely missing. Yeah, fire sticks are available for Greed, but that's just a displacement and not really a hard CC, and that, I think, is how Sunsparks might lose this game. Bren Esports, they got more catches, they got more CCs, they can control how the team fights go.
Yes. But the thing here, in terms of control, Sunsparks has this in terms of the map domination, and I think this is just really a patient game for Sunsparks and just waiting for that mistake from Bren Esports, because if ever so, specifically this one, if they manage this first and catch at least one or two members of Bren, it follows through. But then again, here Coco just really tossing off Reflection there just for that disengage. But so far, I think I will remain to what I've said earlier. They're just really waiting for that opening to really wipe out the members of Bren.
And speaking of wipeout, that is going to be JP committing the Tempest of Blades onto Coco. Coco barely manages to make it out of it alive there. Gets a double kill here onto JP. Reflecia gets Divine Judgment. Divine Judgment hit there to his death. That is a 1-for-2 trade, and JP is coming out on top of that with 9-1 and 1 currently on scoreboard. Already having the end of this battle.
Yes.
And this is not really good for Bren Esports. Ling is a problem.
Yeah, there is a specific reason why this Ling is priority banned and why the Cushion is not priority picked. Because, like what we all said, as cheesy as this looks, it's not really gonna work specifically for the meta that we have right now, and it's already showing signs. And here, JP is having this high level threat against Bren. For Bren Esports, however, they might be opting for a clumped together one huge team fight here onto our middle side. But this is also risky though, because you have to take note of the Esmeralda's falling star moon. If they are too close together and was able to be immobilized by that, I think that's a beautiful team fight for Sunsparks.
Yeah, that's going to be a beautiful team fight. I agree with you. But we are not seeing Sunsparks engaging with a team fight, but instead Bren Esports is the one engaging, and Sunsparks is just reacting purely on what Bren Esports is doing, and that is a sign of good disengagement from Sunsparks. They're trying to counter-initiate. As soon as they counter-initiate, the fight just starts going their way.
Yeah. Which leaves us back to the point where this is going the disadvantage point for Bren, because if they keep going for uncalled for fights, this is going to be the result. So I like it how Greed used his last sanity to show off the members of Bren and transitions to the middle side, but then Esmeralda here will be having a kill of his own. But look at that, the side. While you're pushing that middle side of the tower, there was classes here and there, but no casualties so far. But okay, Greed here with a low amount of health. Good thing he still has immortality in his hand, but there are still no minions. So Sunsparks here is just really taking their time, transitioning from one turret to another, leaving Bren with no push take. And I think it's gonna be over. Tempest